is the ability to go into space, to develop the resources of space, to get us back to the moon and then to the other planets of the solar system. Do you think that this is going to be able to generate, first of all, new levels of economic activity? Obviously we have people like Andrew Yang saying, look, a lot of economic activity on Earth is going to get phased out, and we're going to need good jobs for people as space, a growth area in that regard. And then, is this something that's inspiring, right? That, you were talking about the Cold War and the space race, and certainly during the 1960s, this was a real national motivation. It provided a sense of unity, particularly at a time when the United States was facing some pretty dramatic social problems at home. The space race helped to overcome some of that. And now today in the 2020s, people look and say they see division in the United States. They see the social compact unraveling. Is space not only poised to deliver dollars to the pocketbook, but can it also maybe bring back a sense of national purpose and be something that unifies people?
Yeah, so I'll take the inspiration part first. I mean, I think Elon Musk has almost single-handedly reinvigorated interest in space in a way that we haven't seen before. And a lot of people know exactly where they were, when Apollo 11 landed in 1969, and Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. But that generation is sort of passing, and now the new generation, like your students, and they're talking about Elon Musk, and they're seeing rockets that not only take off but can land again, so that they can be reused. I mean, typically rocket boosters were just ditched in the ocean. Now Elon is landing them and reflying them, and they're seeing those images and seeing the advancement in technology. And that, I think, leads to the second part of the economics, that using those innovations to reuse the boosters and refly them again lowers the cost of access to space. I mean, imagine if you took an airplane from New York to LA and you threw away the airplane, right? That would make commercial air travel just prohibitively expensive. Yet in space, that's what we were doing. So when the cost comes down, then the opportunities for economic growth come through. And clearly, Elon and Jeff are doing this not just to inspire, not just for the sake of humanity. I mean, they're businessmen. They see economic opportunity in this. Clearly, we're seeing this with the internet constellations, right? Where SpaceX goes from being a rocket making and exploration company to an internet provider, right? They're NASA and Verizon, which is sort of a weird thing to think about. There's also a lot of talk, and this is a little bit more far-fetched, of mining asteroids. And yet there's actually a law that Congress passed in 2015 that said if a company mines a celestial body, the company has the right to those resources. And there are a lot of people who think that going out and mining these asteroids for precious metals, could lead to an economic boom. But we are not there yet. There have been many companies that have tried and gone bankrupt. But that is the ultimate goal, to try to get there. But it's sort of a step-by-step process. First, you've got to stop throwing your rockets away and make spaceflight a little bit more routine and bring the cost down. We're not at that point where there's a self-sustaining economy. A lot of people focus on the billionaires, but of course the government and its resources are a huge player here. And SpaceX and a lot of these companies don't exist without that infusion of taxpayer money.